Hi students, today the topic which I am going to explain is from the chapter first, the nature and significance of management according to the NCERT and the Karnataka PU board syllabus. So in that chapter one topic is there that levels of management. It's very simple and easy topic, so we have to see how to attempt this question, how to answer this particular topic in the examination point of view. That is more important. We have to score the marks. So mainly there are three levels are there in an organization. It is not easy for that nowadays it's decentralization. So it is not easy if task for a manager to control and handle all the activities in an organization. So it is they will have different layers or different levels based on their authority. Their different mainly three levels are there in the management. That means top level, middle level and lower level managers. So here in this triangle form you can understand there are top level managers are there, middle level managers are there, lower level managers are there. So here we are going to see who all are coming under the top level managers. Suppose like in an organization, if I talk about who is a manager, you definitely say the chief executive officer of that particular company or managing director, purchase managers, so many things, so many names you may see. But we need to know based on their authority responsibility level. Definitely if you have more authority, your responsibility also will be more. Based on your authority, here the levels also will change. Okay, so here first we will see the top management. So top management, I always suggest you when you attend the class, better to have a classwork or notebook with you, so you can write the points, and just like a normal classroom you can attend the class. Otherwise, what happens, just like a movie, you just watch it, and when you finish the video you will forget the things. So better to have a notebook and a pen with you whenever you attend my class. So first point, you can write the top management. That means the senior most executives of an organization will conclude in this particular top management. That means these people are there in the this particular level. That means different names we use in different organization to recognize them. That means we will give the name in, we call them in a different names, like the president, vice president, chief executive officer, chief operating officer, chairman, like different names we use, like the different names we use for the this particular managers. That means the topmost managers. These people are most responsible. That means whatever happens to the organization, whether it is a successful one or it is a it is affecting or it is happening something, that means it's going on some crisis, whatever the reason, they were most responsible people are these top level managers. That means they have to coordinate the activities of different departments, and whatever things are happening under the subordinates of them, that should happen, that should handle by these top level managers. So the welfare and survival of the organization depends on these particular managers. So their main main responsibility of these managers are to formulate the organizational goals and strategies for their achievement. So and also its job is very complex and stressful for them, because we know that they are having a very high time, and it's like a very risky job they are doing, because such a big organization is running depends on the decisions taken by these particular managers. So they have to work for long hours, and they have to 100% commitment they have to show to the organization. So this is the top level managers. Hope you have understood that. Mainly you have to remember what all names we call them. It's a chairman, president, vice president, CEO, chief operating officer, like different names we use. That's the keywords in this particular topic. Second one, you write middle management. So the middle managers are the managers who are the link between top level managers and the lower level managers. So these are the people we call them as a divisional heads or department level managers, department managers. So the works because of the large functional differentiation, or because the big business have grown, expanded to a large scale, it is not easy for the top level managers to handle all the activities. So we have divided them into different groups like different departments based on the activities or the functions. So here it is like different departments will be there in an organization, like purchase department, sales department, production department, marketing department, research and development department, human resource department, like many other departments. So here every department will be working under a particular department manager, right? Like purchase manager, sales manager, marketing manager, then what will say financial manager, like different managers are there. These managers will be taking care of the activities of this particular level. So these managers form the middle level management. So these people are responsible to give instruction to the lower level managers or the first line managers. That means they are responsible for implementing the plans and the policies which have developed by the top level managers, and they have to instruct or give instruction to the lower level people for executing it. Okay, so all the activities of the first level managers are under the responsibility of these middle level managers. Okay, so then again I'll repeat, the middle level management constitute all the divisional heads like purchase manager, sales manager, all the department managers. Third one is supervisory or operational management. Okay, supervisory or operational management, these are the lowest level management in an organization. So this is this includes foremen and supervisors. That means the laborers, normal workers are just under the supervision of these managers. So we can say supervisors oversee the efforts and the working of each and every the workers in an organization, and they have to maintain the quality of output, because if the actual work is happening here, so the exact result or the output of the organization will be happening under the leadership of the supervisor. So we can say it's the most important area, even though it is the lowest level. So the actual work is happening here. If there is no proper work is happening, all the efforts of the middle level and top level managers will be in vain. So here the main duty of the supervisor is to ensure that the quality of the output is maintained, and also ensure that unnecessary wastage of raw materials should be reduced, and also maintain safety standards and some special efforts to ensure that there is no accident, and those things it should be avoided. So these are the supervisory or operational management. So here this main point to remember, foremen and supervisors are the major participants in this particular lower level management. Okay, hope you have understood. This question, according to the Karnataka PU board, this question will come for the practical, as a practical oriented question. You know, there is a part E in the question paper, so that comes for this question comes as a section E question. So you have to draw a neat diagram, and you have to write the members or the who all managers name which we use in each level. You have to mention it, then only you will get the full 5 marks. Just the levels if you write, you will not get full marks. So hope you have understood this simple topic. So we'll see with another topic later.